Shai Gilgeous-Alexander just dropped a career-high 54 points on the Utah Jazz, cementing why he's the most unstoppable player in the league right now. Leading the NBA with 32 points per game, along with 5.3 rebounds, 6.1 assists, and 2 steals. Shai isn't just dominating individually, he's carrying the Oklahoma City Thunder to the top seed in the Western Conference. This is MVP-level basketball, and what Shai is doing to the NBA will absolutely shock you. With his inside finishing, ability to create space, perimeter shooting, and elite transition game, SGA is practically unguardable. Currently leading the MVP race, Shai solidified his position in the early January MVP ladder column on NBA.com, which tracks the season-long award race. He dethroned reigning MVP Nikola Jokic after his Thunder put together a franchise-record 15-game win streak, capped off with a statement victory over the defending champs, the Boston Celtics. The most spectacular moment of that game wasn't even Shai's 33-point performance against Boston's stingy defense. It was his own defensive brilliance. With consistent all-around excellence, SGA hasn't relinquished the top spot in the MVP race. What gives him a significant edge over Jokic, who is having a brilliant season himself, is his team's overall success. According to Basketball Reference, the Thunder have the best defensive rating in the NBA, allowing only 104.62 points per 100 possessions. That's more than 3.5 points better than the second-place LA Clippers. For context, the gap between OKC and the Clippers is the same as the gap between the Clippers and the 8th-ranked team. Offensively, the Thunder rank in the top 6. Historically, being top 10 in both offense and defense is a strong indicator of a championship contender. But it doesn't stop there. The Thunder boast the best net rating in the NBA by a mile. At 12.25, they are the only team above 10. The next best net rating belongs to the Cavaliers, just below 9.5. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's incredible success today wasn't always a guarantee. Back in high school, SGA already displayed a unique blend of offensive skills for his age, but his path was anything but smooth. In 9th grade, when he tried out for St. Thomas More's junior team, he was left off the roster in favor of the head coach's son. At the time, standing just 5'5", Shai was relegated to what's known in Canada as the midget division. Instead of letting that setback define him, SGA dominated. Playing in a seemingly less competitive division, he won MVP honors and led his team to a city championship, quickly proving that his talent was undeniable. Shai later transferred to Sir Allan McNabb Secondary School before moving to Hamilton Heights Christian Academy in Chattanooga, Tennessee in 2015. Explaining his decision, he said, "I just thought I needed to play better competition." As a senior, he averaged 18.4 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 4.0 assists, putting himself on the radar of Division I programs. Despite being a 4-star recruit, SGA wasn't seen as a can't-miss prospect. He received several offers but ultimately chose the University of Kentucky, where he joined a stacked roster with the starting point guard spot up for grabs. Shai competed with fellow freshman Quade Green for the role, but started the season as the 6th man. As he'd done before, SGA seized every opportunity. After a string of standout performances, including 3 straight games scoring over 20 points, he forced his way into the starting lineup and never looked back. By the end of the season, his talent and potential were undeniable, leading to his selection as the 11th overall pick in the 2018 NBA Draft by the Los Angeles Clippers. At the time, Shai wasn't seen as a future star. Among the players drafted ahead of him were names like Marvin Bagley, Mo Bamba, Wendell Carter Jr., Colin Sexton, and Kevin Knox, dudes ranging from middling NBA starters to outright draft busts. While the 2018 draft produced stars like Luka Doncic and Trae Young, selected 3rd and 5th respectively, SGA's rise has firmly placed him alongside them as one of the elite players from that class. In his rookie season with the Clippers, Shai showed flashes of brilliance but wasn't seen as a franchise cornerstone. When Kawhi Leonard chose to bring his talents to the West Coast, SGA became a centerpiece in the blockbuster trade that sent Paul George to the Clippers and landed Shai with the Thunder, a move that signaled the start of Oklahoma City's rebuild. Over the next few seasons, SGA steadily improved while the Thunder retooled their roster. By the 2022-23 season, he emerged as a legitimate #1 option, averaging 31.4 points per game on remarkably efficient splits, a nearly 7-point jump from the previous year. Fast forward to 2023-24, and the Thunder have taken another massive leap, with Shai leading the charge. While it seemed impossible for him to improve on his stellar 2022-23 campaign, he's continued to expand his game. As a rookie with the Clippers, he averaged just 10.8 points per game. Now, in the past 3 full seasons with OKC, Shai has averaged an incredible 30-plus points per game, even finishing second in MVP voting last year. At just 26 years old, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has already exceeded all expectations. He's made the Thunder front office look like geniuses for their long-term vision. A 2-time NBA All-Star and 2-time All-NBA first-team selection, SGA's growth has been nothing short of spectacular. His ability to dominate on both ends of the court makes him a nightmare matchup and a cornerstone for the Thunder's bright future. He leads the league in total points and points per game at 32.0, ranks second in steals, and sits in the top 20 in assists. He's shooting 52.9% from the field, the second highest mark of his career, while attempting more shots than ever before. And he's accomplishing it all on a steady diet of tough looks as the focal point of every opponent's defensive game plan. The career-high masterpiece he delivered against the Jazz is yet another showcase of his elite skill, shot creation, and shot-making talent. Shai delivered a career performance, scoring 54 points on 17 of 35 shooting from the field and an incredible 17 of 18 from the free throw line, surpassing his previous career high of 45 points. He also contributed 8 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 steals. SGA exploded for 31 points in the second half, including 18 in the third quarter, while his 17 made free throws marked a season high. This season, Gilgeous-Alexander has tallied 6 40-point games, 5 of which have come since December 23rd. In the matchup against the Utah Jazz, SGA started strong with 23 points in the first half, helping Oklahoma City take a narrow 57-55 lead at the break. His dominant third quarter, where he added 18 points, extended the Thunder's advantage to 95-89 heading into the fourth. After sitting out the early minutes of the final quarter, Gilgeous-Alexander checked back in with the Thunder holding a 102-99 lead. He sealed the win and his career night with a clutch three-pointer that stretched the lead to 115-106, and put an exclamation mark at the end after blowing up Utah's handoff action. With all that offensive output and responsibility, it is remarkable how SGA keeps defending one-on-one and within the team concept, helping out on drives and recovering to the corner, this time for a block. Disrupting an alley-oop attempt to a towering Walker Kessler at the rim, not allowing Lauri Markkanen to abuse him on the switch, and for a sweet cherry on top, swatting a layup attempt off the glass after forcing Colin Sexton to work for every inch of the floor on this drive to the basket. With this eruption, SGA tied Nikola Jokic for the most 40-plus point games this season at 6. And it's worth noting, Shai has also scored 39 points multiple times this season in decisive wins where a large late-game lead cut his playing time short. Looking at what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has done over the last 3 seasons, his statistical accomplishments fare similar to NBA legends. He shared sentences with Michael Jordan, comparisons to Kobe Bryant, and mirrors Dwayne Wade's shot charts. Gilgeous-Alexander is well on his way to a third straight 30-plus efficient season. Nobody else has accomplished that feat on top of doing it with high efficiency. His true shooting percentage resembles closer to a rim-running center than a 6'6" guard. His stats last season, points, assists, steals, 2-point percentage, and 3-point percentage, for example, were all better than Kobe's during his 2008 MVP season. Still, the 26-year-old remains humble. After he scored his 10,000th career point in a blowout win over the Washington Wizards, Gilgeous-Alexander said he's not comfortable yet to put himself in the same category as Hall of Famers. He added a caveat that he hopes to scratch off his list this season. For me, you have to win, Gilgeous-Alexander said. Until I do that, I don't put myself in those guys' stratosphere. I can't because I haven't won a championship in the biggest stage of the world. I just haven't done that. Until then, I don't think I should be in those conversations. That's what the game is about. Gilgeous-Alexander can certainly accomplish that this season. The Thunder have dominated teams at a historic clip. They've run away with the first seed, despite being without Chet Holmgren for most of the year. Looking at OKC's point differential, net rating, and margin of victory, only other historical teams that won championships share the same space. If Gilgeous-Alexander wins an MVP and leads the Thunder to a deep playoff run, or even possibly a championship, not only will he belong in the all-time conversations, but could start to build a case against some of them. How do you think Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will stack up against all-time greats? Who do you think is his best stylistic comparison? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our latest content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.